What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Truzz the Bank podcast. I'm your host, Makana, alongside Joshua. We're going to be having a good episode today. Odell's been here for now about 3 days. The press conference is tomorrow. We'll be talking about him to start off the show. Then we'll be getting into the NFL draft. So as always, let us know your comments and thoughts on anything we talk about. Make sure to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. We're doing a giveaway at 50 reviews. And if you want to hit that follow button on Spotify, please do so. It does really help out the channel. But jumping right into it, if you guys did not see, the incentives for Odell Beckham Jr.'s contract were released. And so we're going to kind of talk about the incentives as well as stat line expectations for Odell because, the incentives are stat based. And so I'll go through those right now. So he can get $3 million, $1 million from each of the following categories: receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. The main categories of being a wide receiver. But for receptions, he gets $250,000 for 30 catches, $500,000 for 40 catches, $750,000 for 50 catches, and $1 million for 60 catches or if he leads the team. This is per Pro Football Talk. Receiving yards, $250,000 for 250 yards, $500,000 for 500 yards, $750,000 for 750 yards, and $1 million for 1,000 yards or if he leads the team. Then receiving touchdowns, $250,000 for 3 receiving touchdowns, $500,000 for 5, $750,000 for 7, $1 million for 9, or if he leads the team. Joshua, let's just jump right into it.
Let's talk about it.
Is he getting his $3 million?
I don't think he's getting $3 million, but I do feel like he get one of those millions. The million I think he would get is the 1,000 yards receiving season.
Okay.
For the simple fact that he will be playing in an offense that he will be familiar to, especially with Tom Monken being the OC. And I know people may say, "Well, damn, Odell's going to get targeted a lot." Yes, he will. Right now, he's not going to be a back end wide receiver. He is going to be a wide receiver that's going to be pretty much featured. I mean, him and Rashad Bateman. Tom Monken did have 1,000-yard receivers in the same season in Cleveland. Even though Cleveland, yes, we know is a very piss poor organization in regards to contracts and in regards to players and coaches and so forth and so forth. We can keep on talking about it, but hey, they have had some success here and there, and the success they did have was OBJ and Jarvis Landry both having 1,000-yard receiving yards in one season. Do I feel like that's possible? Most definitely. Hell, I could take it another step further. Matter of fact, yeah, I will take it another step further. He will probably earn $2 million because I feel like he will get the most touchdowns too. Like I said, he will be a featured wide receiver in this offensive package that will be showcased come August. I mean, he still has juice in the tank. I know everybody's been concerned with his history of injuries. I mean, I totally understand that. I still have my concerns as well. Do I want him to be the featured wide receiver in his offense? No, not really. But hey, it's Baltimore. We finally got Lamar Jackson, a guy that's past their prime, but still can get a high level of production out of him. So I definitely feel like that can possibly happen. It's going to be interesting to see. I feel like OBJ has something to prove, and if Lamar Jackson is still QB, and he has something to prove as well. Odell did mention that he was heavily recruited by Lamar, so hopefully that's a good sign when Odell's signing that Lamar will be in the facility come at the draft night.
Yeah, and being recruited by Lamar, I think we have to remember Lamar. I don't want to call it a problem, but Lamar Jackson heavily favors players when he's throwing the football. And for Odell, he recruited him. He wants somebody he can just throw it up to. That is Lamar Jackson's ideal wide receiver, is someone he can just give it to at any point.
Yeah.
Right? Hollywood, he felt like, hey, I can just throw this up and he can run underneath it and we'll be all good. Mark Andrews has been the guy, though, where he's just like, when in doubt, just throw it to Mark. Odell is the type of guy, he's the type of star, and Lamar Jackson recruited him because Lamar believes in him. Yeah. Already, from the jump, he is going to try and feed him the ball. I know everybody or a lot of people saw the videos of them in the club right after he signed. And you know what Odell's telling him? Man, just give me that football. And we're going to be great. Like, let's be great together. Like, just give me the rock, throw it to me. Trust me. I don't care what it looks like. I'm open. I'm always open. My hands are my route running, right? Doesn't matter the separation I got. I'm coming down with that football. And when you have someone like that and a quarterback that likes to give his players opportunities, Odell, I think, is going to be in a situation where he can thrive. And I think the easiest mark for him to hit will be the receptions. At least the bare minimum. I mean, like 30 receptions.
Yeah.
He may get that in 4 games. like we could go out of the gate.
But that's true though. That's true though.
Odell. I think he can get that. I expect he'll get the million for the receptions. I think he'll at least get 60, if not lead the team. I think he'll get 1,000 yards. So I think he gets the million there. I don't think he gets the touchdowns. He's never been a huge touchdown guy. Now, early in his career, he had a couple of 10 touchdown seasons, but recently it's been, 5, 6 touchdowns has been good. He had 5 in LA, traded over there. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but Lamar loves Mark Andrews in the red zone. And we have so many tight ends where it's like, I don't think Odell leads the team. He may be like just under Mark Andrews, though. I think it's going to like spread the ball around. I expect him to probably get like 5. Like I think Odell Beckham Jr.'s stat line, in my opinion, is going to be something like 68 receptions. Actually, no. I think he's gonna be like 88 receptions, not 68. 88 receptions, 1,200 yards. And 5 touchdowns. I think that's my expectation for a full season, healthy Odell Beckham Jr. That's my expectation. Maybe not expectation. That is my hope. If we get the Odell that I'm expecting to get.
And I know people, and I know y'all. I know we're gonna have mixed emotions. I know people are happy that we got Odell. I know people are upset that we got Odell just because of the injury, history that he has. But hey, guess what? He's had a full year to recover and work on his body and work on his mechanics. We saw what happened. Even though Jamar Chase sat out, the year to just work on his body, continue getting right, we saw what happened when he entered the NFL. Now we're talking about, a guy that knows how these defensive cornerbacks work. We know a guy that's going to be coming in knowing a similar system that's familiar, that's going to be familiar to a similar system. We know we're going to get a guy that, pretty much like, hey, Lamar, I got your back. I'm gonna take, we're gonna rock out, we're gonna do the thing. Even though yesterday was out the club, it looked like Lamar's social battery was a little bit down when I saw the clip at the club. But I mean, hey man, you gotta celebrate with your brothers, man, especially when y'all been working out and you've been trying to get right and trying to get on the same team. So I mean, I definitely feel like this is it's an upgrade. It's a big upgrade. Especially from Nelson Aguilar signing. So yeah, I'll take it. I feel like he can make things happen. I feel like he can bring some life into this offense. And we haven't had a wide receiver since Steve Smith that's had that dog in him. The only reason I'm saying Steve Smith, that was the last wide receiver, in my opinion, that's really had that dog in him, honestly. He don't mind fighting with the cornerbacks. He don't mind getting up in their face. He don't mind playing that mind game and still being able to make things happen with the ball in his hand, or make you take those little routes and make it a big play. So I mean, it's still juice in the tank. He still can make something happen. I'm looking forward to seeing this Lamar Jackson Odell Beckham connection come August. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited, and I hope that I'm not muted. Okay, I'm not muted. I had to double check.
No, you're good.
But people that may be concerned, McConnell, you're saying 88 receptions, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. There's no way, wide receiver playing with Lamar Jackson is going to put up those numbers. 2021, Hollywood
Mhm.
Brown, his stats: 91 receptions, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns.
There
Odell
it is.
Beckham Jr. is a better wide receiver than Hollywood Brown. Lamar is going to throw the ball a lot to Odell Beckham Jr. because he will be the number one. And we're going to have Bateman, but I think this is very achievable. And it's no longer that was in Greg Roman's offense. And he's putting up those numbers.
Hey. And let's not also forget, too, we will have our future running back, taking a lot of weight off the running for Lamar, too. So, I mean, hey, I see him, rolling out the pocket. I see play action being used, So, I mean, and if you, like I said, if you watch Georgia football, if you watch a little bit of Tampa Bay football, even if you watch a little bit of Cleveland football, where Tom Monken was there, you'll see how he used his playmakers. And you'll see, coming this August, how the playmakers will be used in this upcoming offense.
Yeah, and also I think a big thing is you look at this run-heavy offense that I expect there will be a run-heavy offense, but A.J. Brown last year in a run-heavy offense, 88 receiving yards, 88 receptions, 1,496 yards, so 1,500 yards, and 11 touchdowns.
Damn.
Like we're not expecting Odell to put up, top 5 numbers with this expectations. This is just wide receiver 1 in a run-heavy offense. And don't forget, Devontae Smith was also balling last year for the Eagles. It's not like it was just one guy every play. They had a good passing attack based out of the run. That is my expectation for Odell, and I think he's going to do really well in that.
I agree with you.